Is there a more famous skyline? Has a city ever inspired more dreams, more excitement? To look upon the towers of New York City is to witness the greatest sculpture mankind has produced in the history of the world. And two men are building a new masterpiece.
Look at what we're going to have, Larry.
Yes, yeah. Quite amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
30 Park Place is about to join the skyline of New York in Tribeca. The force behind this project is Larry Silverstein, real estate visionary. They call him Mr. Downtown New York.
If they do, it's not hard to understand why.
Larry currently owns 2 World Trade, 3 World Trade, 4 World Trade, and 7 World Trade. And Larry's working on 30 Park Place with master architect Robert A.M. Stern.
And the reason you go to Bob Stern is because there are very few architects in this world who understand luxury as well as Bob Stern.
Thank you. That's a cue for me.
Robert A.M. Stern, let's discuss. Dean of Architecture at Yale, prolific author, designed a presidential library, museums, universities, and his recent New York jaw-dropper, 15 Central Park West. 2 boys from Brooklyn, New York, with the humblest beginnings.
I lived on the 7th floor of a 6-story walk-up.
But they both dreamed of Manhattan.
I lived on the F train, and it was always thrilling when the train came up out of the tunnel and you saw this amazing view of the skyline. That was like Oz.
30 Park Place will be the tallest residential tower in all of downtown.
Until some other developer comes along.
30 Park Place will be home to a collection of extraordinary residences with 4 seasons amenities like world-class restaurants, a 75-foot swimming pool, a ballroom for 250.
Worthy of Fred Astaire.
All serviced by the expert staff of 4 Seasons.
Any kind of need you've got can be satiated by virtue of simply calling downstairs on a 24-hour basis, 7 days a week. When I travel, I always stay at the 4 Seasons. The service is simply the best.
A handful of luxury hotels have a history of offering residences, but never at this level of service, and never before downtown.
We're working in a very New York tradition which we're reinventing.
Bob can speak to the outside.
It will recall the kind of towers that were built in the late 20s and 30s with an intricacy of shape and a strong skyline silhouette. You get a first impression that's a knockout, but then your eye careens across the surface and you really begin to see it in depth.
And the inside will be fantastic. High ceilings, beautiful finishes. There will be no better place to live. The location is everything you could ask for. 30 Park Place sits right where downtown meets Tribeca.
You've got the best retail in New York. You've got magnificent parks, great restaurants. It hums with activity.
From 30 Park Place, classic New York is at your fingertips. You're blocks from the studios of Mark Rothko, Jackson Pollock, Jasper Johns.
If you want to know about New York real estate, follow the artists.
Your steps from Michelin-starred restaurants, Boulé, Nobu, Atera, Le Restaurant.
What can you say? Leaves you speechless, doesn't it?
Blocks from the charm of Soho, the glitter of the Tribeca Film Festival, the immortal Katz's Delicatessen.
The great thing about New York is that it's all here.
Greenwich Village, the new museum, the High Line, Hudson River Park. But above all else, 30 Park Place will have unparalleled views. Views where the birds kiss the sky. Views in 4 directions. Views revealing the visual poetry that is this magnificent city. 30 Park Place, rising above it all. Luxury in the clouds, welcoming you.
There's going to be, there's a hole waiting for it.
What a city. Isn't it fantastic to be part of this? Aren't we blessed?
There's just nothing like it.
Come live in Tribeca, in the world city. New York City, our city.